Welcome back to the Mind of Watercolor, everybody. Just a short one today, and I'm mainly answering a question that I've gotten from several of you, and that is, Steve, what do you use? Now I'm going to cover the big three, okay? Paper, brushes, and paint. That order is important because I believe that's what you should be concerned with in terms of investment. If you're going to skimp on anything, skimp on the paint. You can skimp a little bit on the brushes, don't skimp on the paper. That's my philosophy. Paper first, then brushes, then paint. You don't need a lot of paint. You can paint with a couple, 3 colors. Your paint choices to begin with should be subject driven. Limited palettes are fine. Brushes, there's a lot of good synthetics out there right now, so you don't need Kolinsky sable, which is getting hard to find anyway. But paper, really, there's no substitute for really great paper. So let's get into that right away, okay? What do I use? Boom, arches, or arche, en français, arche, arches, say it however you want. Can't beat it, folks. I'm telling you, it's widely available. I mean, not only do most really all art supply stores sell it, but a lot of the big craft chains nationally sell it, like Hobby Lobby and Michaels. Comes in blocks, cold press, hot press. They also make a rough. Hot press is your smooth, cold press is your medium texture, rough is rough. Also comes in pads. These are just bound at the top, loose pads. You just want to rip off a pad and start painting. One of my most favorite Arch products is their watercolor board. This is a hot press board. Just a joy to work on. Don't need stretching. And of course your full sheets, which penny for pound is probably the most reasonable way to go. If you buy sheets and you can cut it to any size, you're good to go. Folks, I've been making paper since 1490s, I think. I wonder if Columbus bought any of their paper. Maybe he made some maps or something. Okay, brushes. Now folks, I'm a brush fiend. Let's just get that out there in the open right away. Got a lot of brushes. This is my favorite. It's a silver brush, black velvet line. Just a really, really nice brush. What it is a Squirrel and synthetic mixture. The Squirrel has a really high ability to retain water, hold water and release water in a very even way. The same thing they prize Kolinsky sable for. The drawback to Squirrel is that it doesn't have quite the spring. It's a fine hair and it's kind of limp. So what they've done is they blended it with a synthetic that gives a lot of spring. And I mean, they've just got, as far as I'm concerned, Silverbrush just came up with the magic combination. I absolutely love these brushes. Okay, if I had a second place winner, it would be these, the Princeton Neptunes. This is an all synthetic and it's an imitation of natural hair. Love the Princeton Neptunes. So check those out. Now paint. This is my favorite. M. Graham. Okay. M. Graham is a reasonable cost paint. They managed to get a very high pigment concentration, just really nice. They use honey in their formulation, which is unique. It's a natural preservative. It's been used in paints for centuries, apparently since antiquity. The other advantage is that honey keeps the paint moist. So if you've ever put out, let's say like a Winsor Newton out on your palette and come back like a month later to use that same palette, you know how it's hard and it's just kind of crusted over like a pan. The M. Grahams don't do that. They stay kind of tacky and moist, and so they re-wet a little bit quicker. But their rich pigmentation is just impossible to beat. Core, the new Core is about the only thing I've found that comes close. And I love Core. I have a lot of Core and I've been using them, trying them out, and it's a beautiful paint. But M. Graham is my choice. So that's what I use, guys. By the way, none of these guys are sponsors. Kind of wish they were. Again, the disclaimer is, these are not the only best products out there. This is just what I use. Hope that helps you out, guys. See you next time.